second tutorial of Botscriptfast 2.0 scraper module. In this module we're going to cover a bit more detail of building the regex and all the different functionality and adding to the bot and how that can all work. What I'll do is I'll start from the beginning. So we covered this in the previous video. In this example, because you've not seen this yet, I'm not going to edit the URL. I'm going to click no, and as you can see here, you can select a variable, list or table. So you might have a list of URLs that you want to go through, do the scraping, etc. And for the table, you select the table name and then the column number in brackets there. So for this example, I'm just going to do list of scrape URLs. Okay, I'm ready to go. Now in this functionality I'm just going to describe what can be done here. So before is and after is what's before you want to scrape. So in the example with a telephone, it's what's before in the view source and what's after, which is pretty easy to find. The arrows mean to scrape. Now if you put something in this box here, what the bot will do is it'll build the regex for the pattern for that text there. For the majority of people, just using the general option where you don't have to fill this out will work, or if it's something over a couple of lines, general and new line. What I'm going to do is just show you how to use this functionality here. So if I pick something on the page, let's move away from sponsored ads, the postcode there. So if I say I want that postcode, so click view source, edit, find. So there I can see postcode. So I'll put the postcode, that's what I want. So the arrow's pointing there, so you're picking what you want. And I'm probably going to try with just before, because I don't think we'll need the after, because we've used exactly what we want to scrape. So I'll just test that. Yep, and that's done that. Again, you can just, if you don't want to build the bot or anything, you can just export it. Now if I go through the options here, you can add that to a variable, and then all you have to do is put the variable name, which may be, for this I'm just going to put test, click add, and say I wanted postcode 2, just to make it something different, as this is just a test. I can add it to a list, so I'll call that list post, and I click add, and it's just added that. Something unique that I want to scrape off the page, just pick something else to show you how easy it is to build. Let's just see if we can get the titles are easy. So view source, edit, find next, and then after before, and for this I'm just going to click general, or I'll try general new line. It doesn't really matter. You'd only need general new line if it is on a new line. Just test that. Yep, and there's all the company names. It's pulled the symbol there off that one, so you obviously need to clean that up in your code afterwards. Again, I can export if needed. How the table works, now this isn't the best example of using the table because you're scraping several things at once, but I'll just show you anyway. your best, if you know how to use ubot and scraping, if you add into the table as a row, is when there's only one of the item on the page. But just for the ease of showing you, all you have to do, the table name is scrape table, add. Now if I want to add a second row to the scrape table, do that, and that'll automatically index the column number without you having to do anything. So let's finish now and just show you the code that's been generated. Again, I've selected browser for this option. We decided to do a loop bot, so I want it to loop at the scrape URLs. I'll move some of these off. So there's the basic setup. I'm not going to run through that, we did in the previous video. I'm just going to run through the scraper. So as you can see, it's navigating the incoming URL. If you look on the define, which is, sorry, it's still in here, it's your list item that you did at the start called scrape URL, so it's looping through them. And because you've selected a table, it'll tell the table row as you go through and increment that. Just get through to some of what's been built here. So that's when we added it to variable, there's a scrape code. That's when we added it to list, there's a scrape code. And this is what it's done with the table. So the first one added to the column 0, and to the second one that we added, it's automatically indexed for you, so you don't have to do anything, and it's adding it to the second column with the row inputted by the loop bot. That's it for this video. In the next video, we're going to cover the inner loop functionality. Thank you.